Okay guys, welcome back. This is going to be an unboxing video from the PBS documentary series called Superheroes: The Epic History, which was released in 2013. And it comes with 2 DVDs in this box set, and it's about a running total of 4 hours. And it also comes with a hardcover book, a pamphlet, and then some trading cards, which I'll get into here in a second. Comes with this nice slipcover, although this one was this was the last edition on the shelves at the Target in my local area, and it did take a little beating on the shelves. There's a little bit dinged up, but it's not too bad. And for the price I paid for this, it was only $19.99, so I can't complain, I guess. But here you can see these are the 2 DVD editions, which I'll get into. And then there's a hardcover book, and there's a little pamphlet, and I think the pamphlet goes over these trading cards down here, and it has some retro artwork of some of the original comics that came out in the late 30s, early 40s. And it seems like these were all pre World War II and just during the beginning of World War II, from what I can gather. But we will get into all that right now. That's the slipcover, and then it comes in this nice little sturdy box, and it's really nice. I mean, it's nice quality. It's pretty thick, and it's very, very bright, vibrant colors here. I like the way this looks, and again, for the price that I paid for this, I mean, this is very impressive. And we'll get right into it here with these are the trading cards, and they're quite big. They're bigger than your average baseball cards. Probably almost twice the size of a baseball card, I would say. I don't have any baseball cards to show in comparison. But let's see if we can get some good views here of the retro reprints. This is Planet Comics, and you can see that it had a 10-cent price tag. And the name of the superhero for this particular comic was called the Red Comet, which I'll admit I don't know anything about the Red Comet. But here on the back you can see that that particular comic was number 5. It came out in 1940. And I'm not sure if you guys will be able to read that print, but if you can, go ahead, pause it, and feel free to read. Here's the next one. This particular superhero was called the Black Owl, and I do not remember hearing about him. Some of the other characters include the Green Llama, Power Nelson, Voudini, and Twist Turner here at the bottom. I don't know if those were good guys or bad guys, or a mix of both probably. This one came out in May of 1941, so these are World War II era comics. This guy here is called Skyman, rescuing his damsel in distress. This one came out in March of 1947. And I have to apologize, guys, if you can hear rumbling in the background. We have a thunderstorm rolling through the area, and just moments ago we had a hellacious thunder blast in the background and scared the crap out of my dog. So if you hear anything in the background, it's a thunderstorm rolling through, and I just hope that the power does not get knocked out. Here's a comic called Speed, and that looks a lot like kind of a Captain America ripoff, I guess. This one came out in September of 1942. Okay, down here it does say something about Captain America co-creator Jack Kirby. So this one is called Wonder Comics number 1, and it looks like the hero's name is Wonder Man. This is an old one from May of 1939, so they kind of vary between the late 30s and mid 40s, it looks like so far. This one is called the Air Fighters comic. This has a female hero, which is pretty cool, Valkyrie Airboy and the Air Maidens, featuring Skywolf, Iron Ace, Black Angel, and Flying Dutchman. So that's pretty cool. That's from March of 1944. We have an Amazing Man comics. And it says down here you have Chuck Hardy, Iron Skull, Mini Midget, The Shark, and Eternal Man. And this one was from April of 1940. Pretty cool. This one is called America's Best Comics. And it looks like it has another heroine. And let's see if we can find out what her name is here. That's during the World War II era, were the Black Terror and the Fighting Yank. And her name is Miss Mask. I don't know if you can make that out right there. From February of 1948. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on some of these just to check them out. They're probably pretty expensive. Even the lower grade comics from that era are probably hard to find. So this one is Catman. And it's from June of 46. And then here we have Major Victory, and that's pretty obvious that is a World War II propaganda comic. So, Major Victory from 1944, yep. Dynamic Comics #1. If anybody has any of these and you want to kind of get rid of them, I'd just like to check them out. I'm not a comic collector per se, you know, I do have some horror comics that I like. But I would just like to see some of these just to check them out. Nothing to collect or anything like that. Next up we have, this is a little pamphlet I showed you guys on the back. And this is A Personal Perspective, A Four-Color Life by Roy Thomas. And we'll just kind of go through this pretty quick. There's a little write-up about the author. I'm not going to get too much into that. Going to show some retro covers here of the Soviet Russia, or the Soviet Union rather, and then U.S. and Great Britain. Jungle Comics. Airboy. That looks pretty cool. The Heap. The Man of Moonlight. See, that looks cool to me. I'd probably read something like that. Crime Does Not Pay. The Unknown. Ideal Romance. I guess they make comics for everybody, you know. There's a target audience for everybody, for every genre, I guess. You got Wild Boy, you got the Space Busters. There you can see a picture of Stan Lee right here. See who are some of the other gentlemen. You got, from left to right, you have Irwin Hansen. Let's see. John Romita. I'm not sure who these gentlemen are. I just know who Stan Lee is, and he's pretty recognizable. So I'm sure probably a lot of you guys are screaming at the screen right now, why don't you know who that is, you dumbass? But I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not much of a comic collector. But I'm sure a lot of you guys out there know all four of those gentlemen probably. There's Captain Thunder, Blue Bolt. That looks pretty cool. And that's the end of the little pamphlet there. So up next is the hardcover book, which I'm kind of interested in checking that out. It says, that's not a glare, that's actually the way the print is. I wonder if I have a bad edition or if that's just the way it's supposed to look. It says Superheroes Collector's Edition, 6 Immortal Heroes. And those are some of the main staples of any comic collector, I guess. Of this group here, my favorite is Spider-Man. PBS exclusive edition. And down here it even says it's a first edition, which is pretty cool. Now here it says the book was copywritten in 2014, but the box set said 2013. How does that work? I think these are still available too at Target. My store, this was the last one, but I'm not sure if they're going to get more in. But if you guys are interested in this, go check out your local Target. There's some write-ups on Superman and the Action Comics. Some of those are probably worth a ton of cash, the 10-cent covers. Some of the Action Comics were I think those were some of the original. I think those were pre-Marvel, I could be mistaken, but I thought Stan Lee was the creator of, the inventor of Marvel Comics, but I'm not exactly sure when Marvel came out, but I want to say maybe it was the 60s. And a lot of these were from the 40s, it looks like. I shall become a bat. Okay, Batman, how corny is that? But I do like Batman. I like the vintage Batman. That's cool right there, the Detective Comics. I am Bruce Wayne. How do you guys feel about Ben Affleck playing Batman? Leave your comments below. I'm curious to see. I'm not going to give my opinion in this video. I don't want to sway anybody either way, but I'm curious to find out your guys' feelings about Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck as the latest installment as Batman. So please comment below. Let me know. It's Captain America. That's awesome. I'm not sure what that guy's trying to do to him, but that's a little bit. Maybe we'll just keep moving on. Yeah, this is a pretty thick book. Let me see. This is let me see real quick. 52 pages. I might as well go through the whole thing and give you guys a glimpse here of what it's all about. There is a lot of write-ups, but there's some pretty cool pictures too. I think they're redoing Wonder Woman too, aren't they? If you guys know, comment below. I thought they were going to reboot Wonder Woman. I think they're going to reboot the TV series. Or maybe it was a movie, I can't remember. There's my boy right there. That's my guy. I used to have some Spider-Man comics, but I ended up selling all my superhero stuff. And I ended up giving a lot of it away too. You know, there was a time when comics were worth their weight in gold. I mean, they were very expensive. But it kind of hit a low, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. I think it just kind of hit a low and you couldn't give comic books away. But I think they're kind of picking back up. They're starting to get a little more value again. But I'm more interested now in collecting the horror comics, and I'm not really much of a collector, to be honest. I just pick up a couple here and there, the ones I like. What is this here now? Okay, you can order a 304-page superheroes hardcover book. This was probably just the mini version of that, I guess. This is a 52-page book here. But it says here that this is a 304 pages in full color, which would probably be pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to buy it, but no, there's another thing down here. It says there's a 500 full color comic book panels. Okay, covers, sketches, photographs, and rare artwork. So maybe some of you out there are big comic book collectors. You might be interested in that, and probably some of you already do have that. So if you guys want to read that, go ahead. And then finally, we have the 2 DVDs down here. And there's not much else to the box. It's just a, I'm not sure what this is down here. Just a little extra depth, I guess, to keep everything from rattling around. Here's the first one. This one's called Pioneers of Television, narrated by Ryan Seacrest. Damn. This one says it's the Pioneers of Television Superheroes, and this is a 1-hour DVD. And there's nothing on the inside, just the disc. And I do want to check these out. I don't know when, but it's not going to be very high on my list. This might be something for a rainy day on a weekend sometime. This one is called Superheroes: A Never-Ending Battle. You guys maybe can hear my kids are upstairs monkeying around, being loud. But this one is, let me see here. This is approximately 3 hours. So this edition here, the red one, is 1 hour, and this one here is 3 hours. So the bonus features here in this little box are the Marvel Superheroes themes performed by songwriter Jack Urbant, additional interviews with Adam West, Stan Lee, Joe Simon, Linda Carter, Jerry Robinson, and more. So that's pretty cool. And it's hosted and narrated by Liev Schreiber. Much better than Ryan Seacrest. I got nothing against Ryan Seacrest, to be honest. I mean, but I was a little disappointed when I saw that it was narrated by Ryan Seacrest. And I apologize to anybody out there who's a Seacrest fan. I'm just not myself. So, and there's the disc art for that one. And that is the box set, guys. So I'm curious, leave me some comments below what you think about Ben Affleck. Tell me what you think about this box set, if it's something you might be interested in picking up. And then just, you can comment, tell me how your weekend's planned or whatever. I mean, I like hearing from you guys, so it doesn't matter what you comment about. Other than that, give it a thumbs up if you like it. And hope you guys have a great weekend. And be safe, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.